I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
Sir, please, is there anything I can do, sir, please? Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please, I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. 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 I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here. Please, sir, please don't make me sleep in jail tonight, sir, please. I'm begging.
We're not criminals.
They're going to make me sleep in jail.
Why?
Sir, please. Please.
Dude, please.
Sir, please.
Oh my God,
man.
don't do that to him.
You guys don't know what you're doing to me, man.
Why?
Today's video takes us to Carson City, Nevada, where we find a frauditor who thinks he's able to record the facility, but he's told several times to leave and just doesn't listen. Oh, dearie me, whatever's going to happen to the lad. Sit back, watch, and enjoy!
And that's where we're going to be going. Let's go see what happens.
I have no clue why auditors think it's a good idea to audit a correctional facility. Perhaps they want to see the inside accommodations. I don't know. But this frauditor is going to take a ride shortly. Let's stay tuned and watch that.
A few minutes later.
Looks like they're going. Hi there.
Hello, sir.
What's your name?
For you.
What's your name?
Lieutenant Ryer. What can we do for you?
I'm just taking pictures and filming.
Okay. Could you do it off the property, please?
Is this a public roadway?
No, this is not a public roadway.
Where does it say
this
there's...
belongs to the prison, sir. I need you to film off our property.
Where does it say no trespassing?
Sir, I'm asking you to please film off the property. Otherwise, I'll have Carson S.O. come tell you to get off the property.
Well, can you show me where it says no trespassing?
No, sir, I'm not showing you anything. I'm telling you, you need to leave the property.
Well, then if
I'm
there's no...
I'm a sworn peace officer for the state of Nevada,
I appreciate that.
It's not an unlawful order, so could I please get you to go off the property?
If it's not an unlawful... It's not an unlawful...
Sir, yes or no, so I can call Carson S.O.
Well, let me ask them. You're saying I don't get to ask questions.
I will call Carson S.O. and let them know.
Okay. Tell them that I'm exercising my constitutional rights.
The United States is a great country, isn't it? We have all these rights and we have freedoms. And we can do pretty much what we want to up to a certain point. And that certain point has just been reached with this moron. Now, as good as the Bill of Rights is, we have other rights too. We have the right to remain silent, and that's read to you when you're being placed under arrest. Yeah, it's called the Miranda warning, and there's a long case study behind that, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's get back to our story.
Okay. Well, that was quick. Okay, here we go. So we've already been stopped. And we got EX 61630. And hi there. Okay, so we need to go up here, and we're gonna go look for a no trespassing sign.
This is the idiot behind the camera. He decided to take a selfie of himself while he was sitting in his truck, and now he's out on foot because he's boxed in by two vehicles from the correctional facility. But he's gonna walk up the road a bit and see if he can find a no trespassing sign. This guy has to be a brain surgeon. Or possibly a rocket scientist, I don't know.
A few moments later.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what was your name again?
Lieutenant Ryer, I already told you, sir.
And do you have a badge number?
Need a minute, sir.
Do you have a badge number? Please identify. Let's look in the back of the van here. Thank God I'm not back here. Closing the window.
Yes, sir.
And what's your badge number?
10,300.
10,300. Okay. So just to let you know what I'm involved in.
Sir, I'm not worried about what you're involved in. You're on our property. I need you to leave. I have nothing else to say.
Again,
Rise. Thank you.
again, where are the? Okay. I'm gonna go keep walking then. Okay.
Apparently, this jackwagon just doesn't get it. He doesn't see any no trespassing signs, so he figures this is paid for by the people and he has a right to see it. Maybe he wants to see what kind of accommodations they have inside. Perhaps he wants to stay a few nights. I don't know what the lad is thinking at this point, but I can guarantee you this must be a high security facility. We're just going to call it facility. Yeah, because YouTube doesn't like those other words. Let's find out.
More moments later.
Okay, so I'm going to say it real loud with your roll-up window. So I'd like you to read Fordyce versus Seattle. That's case law.
Sir, I've already...
Hang on, I'm telling you that right now under NRS 197-200, you're oppressing my rights under the color of law. So your qualified immunity may not exist. It's a violation of constitutional rights under federal law on the criminal side of Title 18 USC 242. 241 is conspiracy when you bring two or more into it to violate constitutional rights. I'm exercising my constitutional right to film in public. The most recent court, the 10th Circuit in July 22nd, in Izari versus Yahia. So that's your case law for what I'm doing. You have a nice day.
Does anybody have any idea what that moron was just babbling about? He must really believe in what he's doing to go on to state property on a high-security correctional facility. He must be out of his bloody mind. This is a rather long video, so let me cut through a little bit of it and find out when the sheriffs arrive. That should be bloody good indeed.
Much later.
I am good. How are you? What? Could I hang on a second? Let me get a little closer so I can hear you. What's your name and your badge number?
I'm Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith?
Yes, sir.
And your number?
I don't have a badge number. I have an employee ID number, 38095.
38095, thank you.
Can I ask what you're doing out here?
I'm exercising my constitutional right to film in public and to disseminate the information as a member of the press.
Okay. I can only let you go so far, so you can't come on the state's property. We're not allowing you on there. You're also not wearing the right colors for that. If you wear a blue shirt, we can mistake you for an inmate.
Well, let me ask a question here. Is this a public road?
This is the state's owned road.
So the state owns this road?
I believe they do, yes.
Okay. Are there any no trespassing signs from...
I don't know. Did you see any on your way in, sir?
I documented everything, and there are no trespassing signs that I can find. Do you have any posted that I may have missed?
I'm unaware. If you can go back there and check, you'd be more than willing to go back there and
I've
check.
already documented my 2 cameras.
Okay.
To make sure I'm not violating any laws.
Right.
So, is this a publicly funded road, open to the public? And if I'm a visitor, can I come down this road and park?
Are you here to visit an inmate?
I'm here to do my business.
Well now, sonny boy, if you're not there to visit an inmate, then what business do you have there besides causing an issue for the sheriff's department that was just called out there? What are you doing, sonny boy? Speak up now. Come on, speak up.
Okay. Well, I will let you know, sir, that we have called the sheriff's department.
Okay.
And they will be on their way.
Okay.
This is a state facility. It's a correctional center, and we
I understand
have
that.
guys walking around here filming for safety reasons.
Well, no, I don't want to go in any secured area. I don't want to go in anywhere that says authorized personnel only. I only want to go into publicly accessible areas. That's why I'm very conscious of asking you if there's trespassing signs. That's why I'm trying to make sure I'm engaging with you and telling you exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm not avoiding you. As you mentioned, I'm wearing a blue shirt. I've never been to this prison before. I don't know what your rules are on the inside, but the rules on the inside, I haven't been convicted of anything, and I'm exercising a constitutional right.
No, I understand that.
So if you want to interfere with that constitutional right, that's you're probably going to lose qualified immunity, and I'd rather educate than litigate. So I'd much rather discuss this with you and try to explain to you what my rights are, or anybody else's rights are, with the camera.
Now, when this moron just said educate instead of litigate, does that remind you of anyone? Yes, this yahoo on the screen. This is Craig. And right now, Craig is currently incarcerated because he didn't live up to his probation terms. Well, that's what happens. All frauditors eventually wind up incarcerated, much as this boy's going to do. I think we're going to have to skip over a little bit more, though. Bear with me.
Much later.
Or is that not the warden's car?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
How may I help you?
I'm just taking pictures.
No, sir, you cannot do this. I'm the warden of this complex.
Oh, good. What's your name, sir? Hang on. Let me get closer so I can hear you, sir. Let me get closer so I can hear you. Can I get closer so I can hear you? Can I get closer so I can hear you?
No, sir.
Oh, I can't get closer so I can hear you.
I'm going to ask you to remove yourself from the property.
Okay. Is this
Trespassing on state property.
Is this-
You are in an unauthorized position property, sir?
okay?
I need you to remove yourself from the premises, sir.
Can I? And
Sir,
what's your name, sir?
Sir, I need you to remove yourself
Sir,
from the
what's
premises.
your name, sir?
Because you're not authorized to be on the property.
Sir, what's your name?
This is a state property.
Sir,
I'm
what's?
asking you. Have we called the little luck boy?
Yeah, he's right here.
Now, that seems fairly clear to me. Leave the property. And how many times did this gentleman say it? I don't know. And he was told many times before he decided to walk on to the property to leave. He never left. So the prison guards decided they would let the sheriff's office deal with it. That first guy that we saw in the green fatigues was not from the sheriff's office. He worked for the prison. I was wrong about that. So let's see what happens next, shall we?
This gentleman is trespassing on property, and he refuses to remove himself.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you from that far away.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
and sir,
This gentleman is trespassing on the property.
sir, can you identify yourself?
I'm the warden of the company.
And what's your name?
So I'm asking him to be removed as a trespasser.
Sir, what is your name? You've engaged with me, sir. What is your name?
He came onto the property without permission.
Sir, what is your name?
Is the facilities on lockdown?
Yes, it is.
This is disrupting operations.
This is disrupting operation.
Sir, what is your name?
Okay. Put that down. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
He is creating disturbance on the property.
I'm not going to risk this guys at all. Okay, can I advise you one thing?
No, you may not. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can maybe use against you in the court.
And
Now, I predicted that this would happen. I had no clue because I didn't watch the end of the video, but I told you that this boy would get his Miranda warning, and there we have it. Now, you can tell he's a narcissistic sociopath because he wants to interrupt the officer. Can I tell you one thing? Can I tell you one thing? The officer said, no, you may not. I love it.
NRS 197-200.
Excuse me, I didn't interrupt you, did I?
NRS
Okay, if you don't want to hear
197-200.
your rights, then we're not going to talk about it.
Well, NRS 197-200, so you're not going to Mirandize me. Interesting.
I'm not going to ask you any questions. Step over to my vehicle.
Okay.
Many thanks again to the subscriber who sent me this clip. It was hilarious. I don't know what would possess somebody to think it's okay to walk onto a facility like this and just go ahead and film. Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with that. I don't have to discuss them here, but we all know what's wrong with that. Well, at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.